I thought I saw Commissioner Lott join. Did she join?
I did for a second.
I hope everybody, I did not send out a reminder, but it's on your calendar, correct?
You saw, well, it's not
Yeah,
my,
that's
I
how.
put it on my personal calendar, but you sent two
Me too.
messages out, so.
Well, I didn't,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got some messages
Yeah,
and it's on my calendar, but I also had like a reminder message to pop up today. Maybe because it was on my calendar, it just automatically
oh,
popped
yeah, I
up.
sent
Yeah.
maybe I sent the agenda out. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like a
you did send
day.
the
you
agenda.
did send the agenda out,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
It was
Hi,
like 3
Scott.
items
How
or
are
something,
you?
I think.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How is everyone's day going or evening going? I just ran in the house, y'all, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
So I'm hoping more people join, but let's give it a couple more minutes. Because we do have to make some decisions about the DJ and the amusement park, the
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Commissioner Lott, you're freezing up. It's either me or you, but there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes,
Do you see the?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Should we wait or should we just proceed?
Hey,
Oh.
we can,
Thank you so much.
we can move forward.
yeah.
Okay, so the formal is call to order. And so this evening's meeting, we're going to cover the quotes for the DJ and the Play Yard Moon Bounce. Also, just Kyle wanted me to mention that our budget for this year's event is $5,200. So we have to be mindful of obviously that when we're reviewing that. So let me go ahead and pull up the quotes here. Hold on one second. Oh, I hate this right here. Okay, so let's start with, actually, let me back up to the moon bounce because that's on an email. And not necessarily a quote. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we have decided, let me click this, see if it can show the pictures. So we're going back to the vendor that did last year's Play Yard. And what we've decided is the 40-foot obstacle course. We want one of those. We need 3 generators. We need 3 attendants. We're doing the 30 feet camo slide, and we added My Little Farm.
What's My Little Farm?
Yeah, that's something.
It's a little play yard. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
That's okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a for younger children, it's just a play yard.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So the total cost for that is $2,393.47. So the only thing new is
Sorry, is that what the new item you added?
yes. So it was 2 generators and 2 attendants. So we've added 1 additional unit at the 275, and then we've added 1 more generator and 1 more attendant, because now we have what, three activity centers. Any questions on that? Are we? Unfortunately, I did not attend last year's event, so Kyle recommended the Little Farm. He thought that would be a good addition.
What does the events committee think?
me,
I'm okay with it. I usually help staff the children's area anyway with like the
Okay.
activities for them. And
Okay.
so I saw everything, like you said, with the exception of My Little Farm. That's new. I don't know what that looks like, but I know that the 2 moon bounces are like always a hit, for the kids. So if Cal's okay with that, I think it's fine.
Okay. So I'm just gonna round this up. So that leaves us, I'm gonna round it up to 2,400. It's 2,300. So that leaves us, what, 2,800 left in the budget.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you said it was 5,000 something.
Well, I'm taking the 20, I'm going to reduce, it's 5,200.
Mhm,
But if we go with the quote here
mhm.
for the amusement, you're looking at remaining a balance of 2,800. I can round it
That
to,
enough for everything else that we need?
well, the next one would be the DJs. So let me pull those up. Now we received 3 quotes. Okay, here's the first one. So the basic requirement for the DJ was that they may have to act as the MC, but John is going to be the MC as we know it, right? But they had to be able to be set up and ready to go by 9:45, right? So that may require them to be there by 8, and they have to be there for the full length of the event till 3 o'clock. They had to be able to play the music by the performers. So they had to have a USB port to be able to, play the music. That was really the only basic requirements that we required of them. Also, that they had to play family-friendly music. And now this was just a draft requirement. I did put in it that they would have to, if we needed to adjust the requirements, that they would, provide us an additional cost. But so as we go through this is, like I said, the first one was DJ Press. I believe he was last year. Was he? No, this is Adrian Jones. This is a new DJ. Okay, let me scroll down here. His total cost is $875. So let me go back up to the top so you can read through. Is everybody seeing my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and they had to play the national anthem at the beginning of the event. Is everybody good with this, reviewing this, or do you want more time? I did attach these to the meeting invite, if you can't see it on my screen.
Okay. Okay. He gives a detailed proposal, I see.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the DJ, correct?
Yes, this is one of the DJ. This is Adrian Jones.
Is that the one that did the Christmas event also?
No, that is not. Let me pull him up. Hold on one second. I believe the one that did the Christmas
Mm-hmm.
is this gentleman here.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. What's his final cost?
800.
Okay, $75 cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Uh, so,
that's Jeffrey Summers.
okay.
And then let me pull up the other one.
Did you got 3?
Yes. That's
Oh,
Adrian.
great.
Oh, maybe this is the one. Presidential, I'm getting them confused.
I'm gonna ask Commissioner Duckett which one did because he also did, I think he's the same person that did Marlboro Day last year, if I'm correct. Whoever did the Christmas one.
Yeah,
So I didn't hire the DJ, so I don't recall what the name was.
so they all look like they're coming in about for the amount of 800,
Mm-hmm.
the final amount, right? I do think the one that I was just looking at, this one is the gentleman who did Jeffrey Summers, Big Jeff. I believe he was the one who did the Christmas. But if you want to check with Commissioner Duckett, just to verify. Did you want me to look at anyone else? Review another one or,
You had,
No, we're good.
did
okay.
you have 3 or this, you only seen 2,
Well, no, this is one,
right?
right? And then
Right.
the two, this is for Jeffrey Summers. That's the Word document. This is Melvin Rawls, right? This is the second one. And then the
Looks
third,
like, it looks like the same one. It's just the bottom of the page.
no, they're different.
Oh, they are, okay,
Yeah, this is Adrian Jones at the
Right.
bottom.
okay.
And if you see this one, this is handwritten
But it has no name.
right here.
Okay, but that's number 2. So where's number 3?
It's the Word document, which is this one, which is Jeffrey Summers.
Okay.
So if you want to take time to look at them individually, and we have 4 members today, tonight. And if you're good with voting tonight, we can select the DJ.
Well,
Sorry, say that again, someone.
I don't know that anybody, I don't know, if anyone else has heard from any of the other 2 DJs in the past. Has anyone else heard of the other 2 DJs?
I've heard
I
of
have
I need to
not.
find out which
I have
one.
not.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable personally with using someone we've used in the past, just because like I know that the gentleman who did Upper Marlboro Day last year, and he also did Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, he did a really good job.
Okay,
I don't know him personally, but he did a good job.
okay,
Which one
And
did you have?
and we've worked with him in the past, so I mean, I don't feel like personally that it's a board, it's a committee vote, what I want to say, but I just don't feel like taking chances with someone we haven't dealt with unless the person that we've been dealing with is, we have a problem with that person or that vendor. And I don't think we had a problem. We had a very good feedback about that. I was very impressed to hear the feedback, even from the older generation at the Christmas event. I was just like, oh, wow. They felt that he was very personable. There were things that he went around and he talked to everybody. He went to all the vendors and, he asked them to introduce themselves and tell them what they were and state what you were selling. And you got a chance to give you a little spill, which is,
Yeah,
usually people just play music, but he went around and he, got, made you want to say, oh, they got that over there. I mean, so to
Yeah.
me, he was very engaging. And I think, and I'll find out his name for you guys, but I feel like he was very engaging, and that's the key to, and people came back and said, hey, the DJ was wonderful.
okay,
So just wanted to put that out there.
okay. I mean, you're right. You should kind of go with what you know, right? And it's such a big event, so so is the decision that we will go with this vendor here, which is Jeffrey Summers.
Do you know for sure that's the one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
I
is.
don't,
Or you want to, or Commissioner Lott, do you want to check with Commissioner Duckett? I mean, we can make a decision. I can,
I don't think she's.
Obviously.
Oh, there's.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Sorry.
know what happened, but it kicked me out. But what I will do and can do is if everyone is in agreement, ask Commissioner Duckett or Kyle the name of that DJ, and we go with that person if that's what the agreement is.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's fine. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with what you said 100%. If we already know the person and they did an excellent job, sometimes it's good to just stick with who you know,
yes,
and the service that you had, than to be trying to find somebody else and it might, not be the same outcome or the same professionalism. And feedback is definitely always key to like everything. When you hear people in their feedback, they're going to give their true opinion. So I'm 100% in agreement.
I was surprised. One of the older ladies came up to me and said, and Commissioner Duckett and Sarah, she said, I worked a lot of events. She said, I was a little apprehensive when I saw the DJ. She said, but oh my goodness, hands down, he did a very good job. And I think they liked the fact that he came and he was engaging. He walked around,
Right.
he gave them the mic. He's like, hi, introduce yourself.
Right.
You know,
Nice.
and we're gonna have vendors there as well this time. So
Right.
I think it's important for them to feel like, hey, this person is trying to help promote me at this event,
Yes. And if it is the same person that was at Marlboro Day last year, then I can attest to, him being an excellent DJ as well. Cause I do remember like he was really promoting like the vendors, he was promoting the politicians, because they were running to be elected.
Yep.
So yeah, he was real, like he had the whole audience hyped up when it came to different activities or like the dance groups that was getting up. He was good.
okay, okay.
That's the same person that we used for the Christmas thing. Yep, the same one. So yeah, I just don't know his name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll send an email to Kyle. I'm 100% sure it is this gentleman right here, but it's definitely, they're all coming in except for the one gentleman, Adrian Jones, is $75 higher. So it does look like, the going quote is $800. So
It's around 800. Yeah.
So I will confirm with Kyle and also Commissioner Lott, if you can confirm with Duckett. I'll send an email, and I'm pretty sure that this is the gentleman, the one that has the Word document. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna rock with that person. That's great. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. So we have roughly 2,000 left now for the remaining budget for this event.
So what else is on the list that we didn't, that we can possibly use the money for?
That I'm not sure. Do you
So we
remember?
have the DJ that's included in the budget
Yeah.
amount that you already have.
Yeah.
And you have the kids play area and the moon bounce and all that stuff down packed.
Yeah, so
So,
that's covered.
so, well, we have room for contingencies just in case we need something at this point. And if we come up with something else, anyone have any other suggestions that we could add to make this, make this a better event?
Do we have, I guess, well, they had decorations, balloons and stuff like that, right? Was that something?
Yes, we did. Yep, we do have, yes, we did have balloons. It depends on, okay, so Lisa, did y'all decide, are we putting the stage back out? Because we did have the stage out last year and we did have balloons on that stage.
Okay. I can ask Kyle. I assume that we're gonna have the stage, but you want to know whether they're gonna have balloons on the stage, correct?
Well, if we do have the stage, we need some decoration, so it'd be good if we did have balloons on the stage.
Okay,
Because if we have the stage this time, we have to make sure that we have chairs on the stage instead of our dignitaries downstage and having to come up. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
should be sitting on the stage, like, up on the platform.
okay.
As well.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
On the stage, and when they were calling the dignitaries up, it was kind of, remember I discussed with you, there was a bit of confusion, so we definitely would need a program. So I don't know if you're going to, we can print them in-house, because it doesn't need to be anything fancy, but you probably get with John on that.
Yeah.
Or he may send them out, so there may be a cost. So I don't know, we may have to pay for that. So we may have to have money for that too. So
Yeah.
balloons and programs.
Yes, so I am gonna meet with John about the program, So in the next couple of weeks, him and I are gonna meet. And I don't know if Kyle had mentioned this, but we are looking, well, he did mention this at the last meeting about having sponsorships. So we're looking,
Mhm.
we're doing pricing on that, and that has not been finalized yet. So we'll go over that once Kyle has that.
So,
final.
so what do you mean pricing for sponsors? Because sponsors are the ones that normally donate the stuff, so we don't have to spend so much money. So I do know, like how John did for the centennial. He had, and I think he gave you one of those programs when you and I met with Kyle that night.
Yeah.
The programs on the back of the programs, whoever sponsored whatever, they were able to advertise in that program. Plus, they were also able to submit coupons. So, and that was a part of how so I don't know how they went about, collecting that information
Right.
from the businesses. So I didn't have any part of that. So I don't know how they got that together.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna meet at, and Kyle did mention if believe there was a bank that had approached him, and if they want to sponsor, have their name associated with the kids' play yard, they would pay to have that type of sponsorship. And then with the program, we've been thinking about if a small business can't be at the event, they could advertise in the program. So that could be a source of additional funding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That's exactly what I said, that they advertise in the program, and some of them actually, we did coupons for them in the centennial. I think, whether it was 30% off or 20% off something, but of course paid their stuff listed in there, and that monies help us bring down the cost of our, help us balance the budget for our event.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So there's more to come on that. And we should be able to finalize the pricing and have that structure ready for you all by our next meeting. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next on the agenda is outline for Eventbrite. So, as you know, the fee for this year for the town, for the businesses that are in the town, it's going to be $100 vendor fee, and then $125 for non-town businesses. And we're gonna have everyone, we're gonna go through Eventbrite. Evidently, we've done other events through that platform. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. We're going to send out to the businesses in the town. They're gonna be able to get first event tickets starting in March. March 1 to March 10th. And then on the 11th, we're going to release it to the rest of the vendors so they can sign up.
So my only question would be, so a lot of the businesses, so we don't have a lot of businesses in the town, but what we do have are vendors who have like their own personal businesses. They don't actually have a shop, right?
Mhm.
So are those, if they live within the town boundaries, are they also going to be offered the first preferences as well?
Good
Because
question.
I don't, because a lot of them, you know, they don't have stores. So they do online and they do events to, you know, get their product out. So my concern is those smaller vendors that come out and they pay and they set up their table and, you know, they sell their stuff. And I'm just concerned that, you know, because sometimes others come from, you know, that's how they make their money. So they scout and they find different, if they know a town is having something, they jump right in. So I just want to make sure that we're inclusive of our own residents who have their own businesses and want to participate.
Okay, yeah, understood. So if they do, because I know there was because I did call all of the vendors and I introduced myself. And a lot of them are very excited about this event. But I know one gentleman who he sold jewelry, but I believe he obviously didn't have a storefront. Because he wasn't the jewelry store on Main Street, but he said he resides in Upper Marlboro. So you're talking someone like that, right? Someone that does more e-commerce from their home.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Or they have online businesses, or a lot of them, most of them don't have the brick and mortar. They have
Okay.
the online thing going on, and they have they scout different events within different towns and whatever, you
Yeah.
know, and that's how they book themselves there. And they're very, very on top of things that are going on within the towns. They keep up with stuff like that. I just know we have a couple of businesses. When we did the Christmas thing, I noticed that there were a lot of businesses, a lot of people who had businesses, and some of them said, you know, I live in the town, and some of them said that they didn't, but they were ready to come. They didn't care. And so they started bombarding us. And like, I want to make sure, like, I know there's a young lady that makes candles that lives right here in the townhouses. I know, you
Yeah.
know, I just want to make sure they get their slots if they
Okay.
want to participate.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go over that list with Kyle, because I do have the vendor list. And I can look through that and see. I'm not sure if I have the actual addresses.
I think I have a vendor list that has addresses that I got from Kyle, but my
Okay.
thing is, I would ask them, you know, do you live in the town of Upper Marlboro? Because a lot of times people like live in Marlboro, what is that? Malton and different places, and they feel like they're part of the town of Upper Marlboro. And I can't think of any other places right now, but that was one that strikes me, because I remember us having an event before, and a lot of, even myself being new to this, you know, a lot of times people think that they are part of Upper Marlboro, but they're actually not. They are past our boundaries.
Right.
So
Okay. All right. I'll follow up with Kyle just to make sure that we are going out to individuals, whether they have a storefront or not, that are from the town of Upper Marlboro, right?
Right.
In that city limit in order to get
Mhm.
the $100 price for the event. Okay,
Right, excellent.
okay.
I have a
Does
quick,
anybody else?
yes, so I have a quick question. So my daughter, she is, how old is she? She's 10. And she has her, it's like she's trying to start her own little bracelet business. So she's already selling bracelets and things like that. By her being a child vendor, is there like a age requirement? Because I've never operated in the vendor part of Marlboro Day. Like I said, I help with other areas, but never the vendor part. Is there like an age requirement for the
No,
vendors?
no.
No,
As
okay.
long as mom's is there chaperoning, she
Yeah,
would
my
have to
husband will
have an
probably be there
adult
with
with,
her.
right, she would have to have an adult with her while she's selling her
Okay.
stuff. And as long as she's a
Okay,
town
perfect.
resident, she can get I mean, you would have to actually fill out the form if we have a form.
Right.
You'd have to do all the legwork.
Okay.
And you'd have to
Yeah,
be
that's
present,
fine.
right? Is that correct,
Yes.
Lisa?
I would think, but how old is she? Is she a
So she's, so she's 10. I actually, so I will be at the kids station because that's the area that I always work for Marlboro Day.
Yeah.
But my husband, he will be
Oh,
like,
that's
she will
fine.
have an adult present with her. It just
Okay,
won't be me. But I just
okay,
wanted to
that's
make sure
fine.
that she can do it because this will be her first. It's pretty much what you were saying, how, you look at different events and see, oh, okay, this is the opportunity right here to serve as a vendor to try to, get my business out there. So this is what we're doing with her because she's like a young entrepreneur. And
Mhm.
so she's really trying, like she really wants to just start vending somewhere. So I told her,
Okay.
well, let me check about Marlboro Day. I know I'm on a committee, but I never was involved in the vending, part. So I didn't know how, like what the requirements were.
Well, I can
But
tell
that's
you
perfect.
for the December event, I did have one parent
Mhm.
contact me and
Okay.
she had her 10-year-old daughter selling um scrubs, lip balm, body scrubs. They were like cotton candy, smelled, they smelled really good. And she had little bracelets and little trinkets. And her mom and her
Right.
grandmother was there with her, but she was 10 and she was a
Okay.
sweetheart. And this was the first time she was able to sell her products. So her mom was
Okay,
there and her
perfect.
grandmother, and they were kind of coaching her, but
Yeah,
she made some money. She made some money and she was just as happy as she wanted to be. So I think it's a great
nice.
opportunity to
Okay.
put your kids out there as long as the adult is selling, is there and is chaperoning and the adult is filling out the paperwork. I don't see any
Mhm.
issue with it because we've done it before.
Yeah,
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much.
okay. But that is a good question. I never thought about age requirement. I mean, I'll make sure. I don't think, just like Commissioner Lott said, there shouldn't be any issues. So,
No, we've done it before. We
Yeah.
had it for Christmas. We had the little girl. It was not a problem. Her parents were there. It was not a problem. She wasn't alone. They had to fill out everything.
Yeah.
They presented a donation to us. And the mom and the grandma was there. They were all dressed like Bopsy twins. It was cute. And they were supportive of her. But of course, the mom was the person she was my point of contact. We worked whatever information she needed, she contacted us. We provided the information and she was on top of things. So like we don't want to stop the kids from having the opportunity as long as they have an adult that's
Perfect.
on top of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, so we've covered the Eventbrite. Does anybody else have any questions about Eventbrite? I mean, you know that they have to pay a fee to use the vendors will have to incur an additional cost. I think it's like $8. But if they want to just pay the flat fee, then they could come into the town of Upper Marlboro to the town hall and pay by cash, money order, in order not to incur the additional costs. And we will outline that in our email to them, instructing them how they can sign up for the event. So we're outlining that email now as well. We're working on getting that together for everybody.
So I have a question on that note. So that's gonna be for the online folks, but the people that are coming in who are gonna avoid that service fee, are they gonna have an app, or will you have an application for them or some generic form for them to fill out with their name and information on there and stuff like that? So a simple form,
Yeah.
but something for them to fill out since they're not inputting this information in the system.
Yes, we'll make sure we have a paper template so they can, or application so they can apply. Yes, we'll have that.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay. So right now, where the schedule stands is I'll be meeting with John about the sponsorship. We're in the process of getting the permits together. I still have to go over a few things with Kyle. We have to get the general permit, and we will start working with Park and Planning in the next couple of weeks to get the items ready for Marble Day, like the chairs and et cetera, and the tables or whatnot. So that's still being processed through. But we will be sending out, like I said, March 11th will be the date that vendors will be able to start signing up for the event. Okay. Any questions or feedback on that?
How about you're just doing a phenomenal job and we're happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice talking to all the vendors. A lot of people are excited, and we do have to outline the rain date. There were a few people that said, oh, because I have a small business, I thought that the date was this date, and then it evidently got pushed back or whatnot, or so we're got to work that out as well. So we're going to have to outline that about having a rain date. So that's still being processed through as well. Okay. Any other
Okay.
questions? Hello? No? Okay, so we finalized the DJ quote. We're gonna go with the DJ that did it last year and the gentleman who did it for the holiday part, the holiday event. And then the play yard, we're good with the items that have been selected. Do I need to take a vote? Do we do this vote thing? All those that say yay. Commissioner
Hey,
White?
this group will definitely tell you if they said no. This group will get you now. They be like, oh no, we ain't doing that.
That's right. Oh, no, we're not having that.
Okay, so as long as no one said no, we're good. Okay.
You good, because they would have definitely said, oh no, we ain't doing it.
Okay. All righty. Well, I think that is it. I did talk to John. Unfortunately, I did not, maybe most of you attended last week's event about the volunteer for the committees. I was not there. I did not know, I was not invited. So, but we're gonna have to start finalizing or preparing the budget for 2024. And I think Commissioner Lott, he had sent you some information on that, correct?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I just want to say to you that any event that we have, we definitely encourage everyone to come out. So never feel like if you didn't get a personal invitation that you're not invited. We want everyone to participate. You know what I mean? We're a small town. We still have this small town feel. So we don't say, oh no, we don't want you to come. We want everybody to come, all hands on deck, because, I wasn't able to make that, that particular part of it, but I was there for the volunteer certificates and stuff like that, and the luncheon.
And I'd just like to say thanks to all the volunteers once again for your partnership with the town. And without you, we couldn't do anything. So we definitely want to appreciate you some more. And just say that, yeah, if you hear something, and we have something going on, sometimes things fall through the crack, but never feel like you can't pop up,
Okay,
because that's
Okay.
what it's all about. And we're sorry that you didn't feel welcome enough to come, but and if you
No,
have
no,
a question, feel free to ask.
no, it wasn't that.
Feel
I
free
just
to
know
ask.
I know there's certain town events and then there's these big production events. So I was aware of it. I just thought that, John and Kyle and Mayor Franklin had all that covered. So, but no, I will definitely
No, but it would have been a good opportunity for you to come too, so you could see John is actually trying to streamline how the volunteer process worked from the packet that I got. Because even though I wasn't there for that part, I had a meeting prior to that. And I ran over after my meeting. So in his packet, it seems like he's trying to streamline all of the committees kind of doing the same thing, recordings and stuff like that. And that will actually help him be able to post it on the website. So if you missed it, if you missed a committee meeting, you can go ahead and see it. And if someone else was just curious, maybe you want to join a committee, you can see what goes on
right. Yeah.
in that committee, and you can find out what they're talking about, what the happenings are. So I think it's a great idea. And I think this is something that he's been talking about doing for 2023, getting everybody, on the same foot.
Yes. Yeah. He called me today to make
Oh,
sure
okay.
I was aware of everything. And I was like, okay, great. So I'll be working on that as well. So okay. If there's no other questions or any concerns, it's, I'm glad, I'm excited to be a part of the team. And I think everybody should have my number. If not, I can give it to you now. I know Commissioner Lott, you have it.
Um,
I think you do.
think
I
I
have
do.
yours.
I think that- I know. Yeah, after we finish this call, can you just text it to me so I can make sure I do have
Okay.
it, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
You text it to me, please.
Okay. Well,
Because I know when we had that meeting, you did give it to me, but I'd be moving sometimes. So I would like to lock it in my phone just in case I
Okay.
don't have it.
okay. I'll text it to
Hi,
you.
Lisa.
Thank
This
you.
Hi, Lisa. This is Sharon Riley. I don't recall getting a phone call from you as a vendor, but also I do not have your phone number.
Okay. Let me give you the cell phone. What's the name of, because I did leave messages. But let me give you my number. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
It's 240
Uh-huh.
935
Uh-huh.
8367.
Okay.
And what's the name of your business? Or yeah,
Project 49.
Project 49?
Project with an S 49.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of these vendors who like to cook.
Cook. What you doing this year? You doing some fish? What you doing this year?
I don't know. It just depends. I did fish one year and I did the hot dogs and hamburgers last year. So it just depends. It depends on how things are flowing and then what other vendors vending activities I'm doing. But I'll let you know closer in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All righty. If there's no other questions or concerns, I guess we can adjourn. Roxanne, are you good? Miss Roxanne, are you okay? Okay.
I just want to add one thing. If we need to make sure, I think, that if we are going to require any type of food service licenses and stuff like that, we probably need to add that on the Eventbrite before they sign up. They know if they're selling food that they need to have certain requirements.
Yes.
Just something I just thought about.
Yeah, because
I know Project 49 has hers. she has hers
Yeah,
for
because
the others.
I thought Kyle had said that, did someone come out and food inspectors come out?
Yes, yes. So we need to make sure that people have their food service license, and that's what I'm saying. When you do the event, right, and you put the wording together, we need to make sure that we have that in there. If you're trying to sell food, that we need you to have your stuff, your
Okay.
qualifications, your credentials. We need them.
Okay, so, okay, I'll make sure that's on there. Sharon, I look like my notes say I left a message. Is your number 301-237-2104?
It is. So I guess I have to go back, check my messages.
That's okay. A lot of people did not answer, so, but I mean, yeah. There was a few where if I didn't leave a message, I put it on there, but it's not a big thing. I know you now,
Okay.
so,
Oh, I'm looking at something right now.
okay.
Okay. I see something on the January 24th. Gotcha.
It could have been, it was a while ago.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to tease her. She ain't checked her messages since January 24th.
I mean, I have messages that pop up that comes up. Then I have a lot of those robocalls, and I just send it the voice messages if I don't recognize the number. But I see it's here, so I got
Okay.
Just teasing, just a little fun.
And I only brought that up because I don't want to feel like I missed anybody, and that goes to me making sure I have the full list of vendors. So if you had been left off, then I would have definitely been concerned. So
Yeah. I appreciate it.
that's a
Thank you.
good way of double checking. Okay, so I will follow up with Kyle, and I guess we can say the meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Well, good night, everyone.
All right, everyone.
Everyone, good night.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
Okay,
You
bye.
as well. Thank you.
Bye-bye.